Forest fans, Max Newton here on Talk Forest TV. Hit that subscribe button, like, comment and share. Giving you a quick preview of Nottingham Forest at home against dirty Leeds on Sunday, 2 o'clock kickoff. So don't anybody get down to the world famous City Ground on Saturday at 3. It's another one that's been moved to Sky, which is, yeah, I guess it's one of the things you have to accept these with being in the Premier League, but it's a right bugger for me for Sunday for the boys football. So yeah, but what do we think about the game? Well, I think we take a lot of momentum and heart and confidence from how compact and how actually I thought how well we actually played against Manchester United. I don't care what Roy Keane says. I think he's an idiot sometimes, and I tell him that to his face. And if he thinks that Forest are going to go to Old Trafford 3-0 down in a cup semi-final and play like Kevin Keegan's Leeds and Kevin Keegan's Newcastle and go for it from minute one and try and win 4 by 4 goals on the night, and he's dafter than he looks when he's got that stupid moustache on. The objective was to go there to be compact, to be competitive, and to show that we're making progress when we're playing away against those sort of teams. And I think we did just that. And of course, we didn't have a very strong squad. What with injuries and late additions in the January transfer day, and a couple of people who cup ties. So we go into the Leeds game, I think, we're full of confidence. We're first game back at home for a bit in the league, and our home form is exceptional in the league. And Leeds are there for the taking. I think we'll have Chris Wood available. I'd imagine we'll have Keylor Navas available. I would say starting in goal. John Joe Shelby, I would expect to see some action on the pitch. But I think it'll probably be a fairly settled side from what we saw at Bournemouth. Probably might even be the same side, maybe with Chris Wood keeping his place up front, or maybe Sam Surridge playing in his spot, and maybe John Joe Shelby in midfield in that midfield 3. Had a bit of bite and a bit of nasty in that midfield, but I like Scarpa. I think Scarpa will play. I like Freuler. I like Mangala, but he doesn't seem able to last 60 minutes. So maybe I think John Joe Shelby might play in place of one of them. But if he doesn't, I think he'll come on probably after about 60 to 65 minutes. I think defence probably the same. It's probably Joe, Worrell, Bolly, Renan Loddy, and Serge Aurier on the right. Although I think Nico Williams is probably playing himself back into contention to probably get in the right back slot. And I think Brennan Johnson plays up front on one side, and we'll see who plays on the other. It might be that I might play Brennan, Chris Wood, and Sam Surridge as a front 3. We'll see about that. Maybe even Scarpa might play as part of a front 3, and John Joe in the middle. It depends how we think Leeds are going to play. Or do we think Leeds are going to be like the Bielsa Leeds and throw everything forwards? Or are they going to be coming to it tight, long balls up front? I think a lot of it depends on the fitness and how he plays of that. I can't remember his name. That short little Italian bloke they've got on the wing, who looks half decent occasionally, and Patrick Bamford. If those two are injured or unfit or don't start for whatever reason, then I think Leeds are struggling because Rodrigo is not available, I think, for a couple of months. I think that leaves them really short. So I think they might come in to try and play it tight, play long balls, and just try and nick one. So yeah, looking forward to the game. I think it should be a really good atmosphere. It usually is against dirty Leeds. And hopefully I think it's another 3 points for the mighty Reds. I'm doing really well with my predictions by predicting Nottingham Forest defeats, and then we get the other result. So I'm going to predict Nottingham Forest to lose 2-0. And Brennan Johnson and Scarpa to have good games. What I really love to see is Scarpa to score a goal, and for all the players to run over to the dugout and whip out Rubik's cubes and solve a Rubik's cube before the referee makes them go back to the centre spot. So hopefully we're all happy Sunday evening and looking at that table, and a win could really make that table look a lot more comfortable. Whereas at the moment it's all right, but a couple of defeats could plunge us back down there. But I think if we could get another win today, home against a weakened Leeds, then I think we'll start to feel really comfortable. So yeah, and all peace out to Dan the Man. Anybody messes with Dan the Man, come around here and mess with me. We'll see you outside Trent Navy and we'll have a mess, all right? Be kind to each other, be good to each other. We're all Forest fans. You Reds.